Hello, my friend. Today I will share to you my experience on how to own more than 30 real estates and having more than 500k passive income from those real estate. And the best thing is I start the investment from zero. So if I can do this, I believe you all can do this also. My name is Hargiyanto. You can call me Hargi. I live in Jakarta, Indonesia. And where are you from? Please comment in below. I'm a big fan of Robert Kiyosaki. Why? Because of his book have inspired me, and today I have more than 30 real estates, and 80% of my income now is from real estate. So I was considered as myself as real estate investor than businessman. My business now is still working, but contribute maybe only 20% of my monthly income. The biggest portion of the income came from passive income from my property, from my real estate, that today I will share to you. Hi Carl, thank you. I read the book in 2001, so it's quite long ago, 20 years, almost 20 years. And at that time, I was so inspired by the book that I resigned from employee and start my own business because of the book. Actually, at that time, my salary was above the average of Indonesia wages. It's about more than 10%, 10 times of the average, because I work for multinational company in IT industry. So salary is not bad, but because of the book, I decided to resign and start my own business in 2003. So 2003, I start business, and I think now, when I look back to the past, I think it was a terrible mistake because I'm not prepared for it. I just decide at the time that I have to start my own business without any preparation. I think it's not a good decision. So 2003, I set up business, and for 5 years, from 2003 to 2008, my income is fewer than my salary in the multinational company. And also at that time, I tried many business, selling baby care products, batteries, plastic plates, wind generator, battery, toothbrush, everything. I sell everything. So it was a very good experience for me, but actually it's not as happy as you think a business owner experience. 2004, I get no money. I was bankrupt. Even for buying some food, I don't have money. Most of my money is in inventory and invoice. So I have no money. The good thing is I'm not married yet at that time. So it's easier for me to live with minimum income. 2005, I read the book Rich Dad Poor Dad again, and I realized that actually I should not start from self-employed, but I have to move to right side, to the business owner or investor. So I decide at the time, I focus my effort to find a property, to find real estate. What real estate I should buy? I just follow the book. The book said that I have to find a real estate that has income more than its installment. It's not easy in Indonesia. Why? Because in Indonesia, the interest rate is so high. At that time, 1 year for mortgage is about 12%. So it's quite high compared to United States or maybe where do you live. But after trying to find some real estate, I realized that it's impossible for me to find real estate that has income more than the installment at that time. I have tried to look many real estate and I cannot find real estate that have income more than installment. So I changed my target to boarding house. In Indonesia, it's very common. People who don't have family, still not married yet, they live in a boarding house. And the income of the boarding house is higher than common real estate. So I start to focus my effort to find a boarding house. And after a few months, I found some real estate boarding house that has income more than installment. So the book of the Robert Kiyosaki, the Rich Dad Poor Dad, actually we can do also even in my country. Indonesia has very high mortgage rates, but we can do it. If we want to find a way, there is a way. I believe that. So I start to focus on boarding house, and after a few months, I found some boarding house that have installment, that has passive income more than installment. So the book works. But at the time, I could not buy the house. Why? Because I don't have the money to pay the down payment. The problem now is on down payment. Down payment should be 10% to 20% of the of the property value. So from 2005 to 2008, I start to learn not to find not about the books, but I try to find the way how to minimize the down payment. So the down payment, I want the down payment 0%. How to find the property that has 0 down payment. So after 3 years, I learned about 0 down payment. Finally, 2008, I found my first real estate, and I bought first real estate in 2008. Actually, in 2008, I go bankrupt in my business. So because my client didn't pay invoice 3 months, and that is the only client. So I only have one client, and no, they didn't didn't pay me 3 months invoice. So my business go bankrupt. But in the same time, 2008, I start my first real estate. I bought 3 shop houses, 0 down payment, and the income of the real estate is more than its installment. And I start to invest, and now the real estate is still mine, and the value is more than 5 times than when I bought in 2008. So it is a good investment. Okay, I bought the shop houses and I changed to boarding house, 28 rooms of boarding house, and it generate income for me. It's a good one. But after a few months, I realized that boarding house is not easy to manage. I'm I don't like to manage a boarding house. It's very complicated. Sometimes people at 12 a.m. call me because the manager sleep and didn't open the gate for them. So they call me at 12 a.m. Sometimes 3 a.m. they call me because some thief go inside the real estate and steal something inside of the property. And sometimes at 6 a.m. they call me because the water it's not working. So I have to go there and fix it for them. I think it's not my way. Then 2009, I changed not to go to look for the boarding house, but I changed my focus to mini market. And 2009, I start my first mini market. The land is still renting, but the income is good, and also the management they operate my mini market, so I don't have to operate it myself. They operate for me because they already have thousands of mini market and they open for franchise. In Indonesia, franchise means you don't have to operate. The franchisor will operate for us. So I think it's a good choice, and I decide to move to mini market, but the boarding house still operate. But I don't want to buy more boarding house. I start to go to mini market. And 2010, after 2009, I bought my first mini market. It was 1,000 kilometers from my city. It's quite far, but it's okay because they operate for me. It's okay. And the income is good, while the interest rate is about 10 to 12%. The income of the mini market give me return about 18 to 22% per year. So it's more than installment, and it's operated by others. So I don't have to operate myself, and it's passive. It's 100% passive. 2010, I bought my two shop house next to my boarding house and convert to mini market. So starting 2009, I focus on investing real estate that has mini market on it. And sometimes I bought land and built the mini market from zero. Or sometimes I bought old houses and demolish and build the mini market. Sometimes I also bought the shop houses and convert to mini market. So I have finally, after 10 years from 2001 to 2010, I found my focus on real estate. Today, I already have 29 mini markets. 28 of it, I already bought the land. Only one still renting, the first one. And I also has 3 hotels, small hotel, actually it's small hotel. 3 hotel, total 80 rooms, budget hotel. It's a quite cheap hotel. But now the boarding house, I changed to hotel, and it's operated by operator also. So I don't have to operate, and no headaches for me. Today, I still build the mini market. I still build 2 more mini market. Even now, the condition is not so good. But I think for you, if you want to start real estate, now it's the time. Some people say the real estate now is very bad. Actually, it is bad for the seller. For the buyer, it is a good time to invest in property. in real estate. Sorry, in Indonesia we say real estate is property. So sometimes I say the wrong way. But it's time to buy real estate now. Why? Because now it's very cheap. The price is very cheap. It's just like 2008 when I start to invest my first real estate. So it's now buyer market, time to buy. Find the real estate that has income more than its installment. It's easier now than few years ago when the price of the real estate is very high. I hope in your country the real estate price now is going down. Okay. Today I satisfied with my investment. 99% of my investment is on real estate. Only 1% in stocks. If you want to, if I want, I can resign from my business and enjoy my passive income. It's about 500K dollar a year. It's very big in Indonesia. Actually, it's enough. But because the kids still go to school, and after I try to not go to work, but after 3 weeks I get bored. So I'm also, still running my own business. But I can travel months because my minimarket, my hotel keep earning money for me. So it's passive income. It's good for you because also for me, because now I have more quality time with my family. Quality time with people that we love, our family, is priceless. So build the passive income and start enjoy priceless time with your family. What I learned from this 20 years investing experience is, one, whatever you are an employee or a professional or entrepreneur or else, you should have an investment. It's not about employee or entrepreneur don't have to got the installment. No, all of us have to invest and start build the passive income, because someday we have to retire. We have to retire by our own, or someone else will force us to retire. So start to build passive income. My favorite passive income is from real estate. Okay. Whenever you still in the left side of the cash flow quadrant, you should learn about the right side, the investor and the business owner side. Second, the best investment for me is real estate. Real estate can make passive income and operated by professional is the best. Because in real estate, you can invest with small money. In my case, I can invest with 0 down payment. So actually, I don't have to pay anything. And the installment paid by the real estate itself. The price is sometimes going up, sometimes going down. But in the long term, usually it's going up. Especially in my country, because we are in the growing country, in developing country. My first real estate that I bought 2008 now is value more than 5 times than 2008 price. It's very good, and that's why I always say to my cousin, to my family, to my friend, everyone say, I always say that the real estate is the best. Real estate, the best is real estate that has passive income. Number 3, I believe we all have own problem. In Indonesia, we have problem. The interest rate is so high. Maybe you in your country also have own problem. Everyone has own problem. That's why we have to solve the problem. And after we solve the problem, we can get the how to solve the same. It will be the same. The problem will be always the same. So I need 7 years to bought my first real estate. But now I just keep repeating my investment way, just keep repeating. My principle is, I have 3 principles. The first principle is it must be passive. I don't want to operate anything in my real estate. Second, the passive income from real estate should be more than installment. That is the second principle. The third principle for me is 0 down payment. So I have 3 principles for me. You will find your own principle after you try, and you will find the most suitable way to invest for you. Don't give up. Keep focus on investment. After few years, you will find the best way for you. Number 4, we have to set a goal and make reward and punishment. When I was bankrupt in 2008, I set my goal for 2011, for next 3 years. I want to have 8 real estate in 2011, and my asset should more than $1 million. At that time, that is my goal. I write down in a paper and I put on my room. Some people say that I'm crazy, I'm depressed because of my business bankrupt. No, but I know that I have to be reminded every day about my goal. So I have, every time I wake up, I know what should I do today. And also at that time, I promised not to eat meat before I can achieve my goal. Before committed goal, I don't like vegetable, but I know that painful punishment will make me keep moving forward. Leave the comfort zone and go to the new zone. Maybe the first time we are there, it's not comfort, but after few times, after sometimes, we will find a new one and learning something from the uncomfort zone. I become a temporary vegetarian for 3 years, and 2011 I achieved my first $1 million asset, and I celebrated by traveling with my family, with my wife, my 2 kids, and my mother to Japan to celebrate my achievement. So, my friend, you have to set your goal. Set the punishment and the reward of the goal. If you don't have any goal, you just like a busy bee, keep moving, but going nowhere. So goal is very important. And you must stick your goal in your room, so you will, every time you wake up, every morning you wake up, you will be reminded of your goal. The best return in investment, number 5, the last one, I think, the last one. The best return in investment is not real estate, it's not stock or precious metal or else. The best investment with the highest return is keep learning something new. When you learn something, you invest in your brain, the return will 1000%, and you can keep moving keep moving forward. You will learn something and it will give you return very high compared to real estate, stock, or anything. The best investment for me is keep learning something. When 2008 I go bankrupt, I have no money. Every time I have small money, I go to seminar, training. All the money goes to the training. At that time, I invest for training for 3 years about $10,000. It's very big in Indonesia. But at that time, I keep invest in my brain. And today, my income is more than 10,000, not a month, not a year, but more month, also more than that. So that's why I meet Carl in Singapore last time, because I keep learning something. Now I learn how to speak in English. This is my first time speak in English. I don't, it's okay for me to learn something. I hope you can understand what I said. Okay, my friend, that is my story, my insight during 20 years of investing. If you have anything to ask, you can write down in the comment. Now I will try to answer the question, if any question. Thank you, Carl, for this opportunity. Hi, Daniel. How are you? Thank you, Daniel. Does installment means monthly payment that you keep less than your passive? Yes. I always set my installment less than my expected income of the real estate. If the real estate income I expected about $1,000, so the installment should not more than 1,000. That is my principle. Okay. What is your current goal? Today, my goal is having 50 mini markets in the next 2 or 3 years, 2023. It's not easy, but I think now become easier because the crisis and the real estate price is going down. So actually, we can see it as an opportunity. Oh, Daniel from okay, from Russia. Okay, friends, thank you. Carl, thank you. Everyone, thank you. I hope you can learn something today. If you have anything to ask, just write in the comment. I will check and answer for you. Okay, thank you. Good night.